So Kirsty, can you actually manage your super when you only have $50,000?
You sure can. Anybody can be the boss of their own super regardless of how much money they have so far. I think sometimes we get a little bit overwhelmed that we must have X amount to make these decisions about our super, but the day we get $1 in our superannuation account is the day that we should be the boss of our super, because at the end of the day it's part of our reward for working.
So how do you actually go about being the boss of your super?
It's actually quite simple. So firstly, you just need to call your super fund and find out what investment option you are in. And secondly, if you don't think it's the right one for you, you need to ask them to change it. But if you do actually want to be a little bit more hands-on and be picking what investments, whether they be shares or managed funds, that you're buying and selling, there is Bright Day's Complete Super that lets you fully control all of your investment decisions, a bit like an SMSF. It just doesn't come with the price tag.
And what's the number one tip you'd give someone in this position that probably hasn't taken any of these steps yet?
The first thing you need to do is make sure all of your super is in the one fund, because
The rollover, right?
it's a rollover, exactly right. So Bright Day can help you roll over your super from multiple accounts into the one Bright Day account. But the reason why you only want one account is because you pay fees and charges on every super account. So why would you pay fees and charges on 3 or 4 accounts? Well, you only need to pay it on one. But to really be the boss of your super, you need to make sure you know where you're invested and why you're invested there. So you need to know why you're invested in either a balanced option or a growth option, and why, and what you hope to achieve from that.
So there you go, you've got to be the right option for you at the right stage of life. So even if you've got $50,000, you can control your own super. You just have to get out there and pick up the phone.